Say, kids, what time is it? Good, kids. Well, guys, you know, we're starting a new week today. And boy, oh boy, with more things happening around here than ever happened before.
What you may not know is that the original Howdy Doody puppet was locked away in a vault for the last few years while it was embroiled in a custody battle. But now Howdy is free and on his way to his new home, the Detroit Institute of Arts, where it will always be Howdy Doody time. Anne-Marie Erickson is with the museum. Anne-Marie, nice to see you. Good morning.
Good morning, Matt.
I have to ask about this custody battle. What happened? How did this start?
Well, essentially, the DIA was a third-party beneficiary of an agreement between NBC and the Howdy Doody show's puppeteer, Rufus Rose. They agreed that Rufus could keep the puppet as long as he wanted, but when he was through with it, it should go to the DIA.
But somewhere in the middle, he lent it to the original Buffalo Bob.
He did indeed.
And some confusion ensued, and we weren't really sure what was supposed to happen with Howdy Doody.
Exactly. Buffalo Bob and members of the Rose family decided that they would like to put Howdy up for sale, and they contacted an auction house, and that was when the Detroit Institute of Arts stepped in and said, we think he belongs to us and to the public.
And now it's all been settled, and he's on his way to the DIA. Why is he such an important part of our artistic past?
He is an important part of our past because he was really the first puppet television star. I mean, the Howdy Doody show really was a landmark show for NBC and for television in general. And Howdy was the one who kind of carried the day, along with Buffalo Bob, of course.
And we have to remember how important he was to the lives of so many children. Something like 20,000 children tuned in every week, which sounds small today, but this was in the infancy of television.
Right. At the time the show was first on the air, there were only 200,000 television sets in the country.
And we also want to mention, by the way, Howdy Doody was broadcast originally out of Studio 3K right across the street, which is the home to nightly news. No jokes there. Don't go anywhere there now. We say this is the original Howdy Doody, and we're being specific there. There are other versions of the puppet, right?
There are indeed. The Smithsonian has a Howdy Doody. I believe they have Photo Doody, which was a Howdy done without strings so that he could be used in photographs. And there was also a Double Doody because Howdy got banged around a lot, being on the air 5 days a week.
So he was the stunt double.
Right.
Tell me about Ugly Doody.
Ugly Doody was actually the first Howdy. He was created by a man named Frank Paris. And somewhere along the line, early in the television show, there was a dispute over licensing, if you can imagine that, back in 1947. And Frank Paris stormed out of the studio with Ugly Doody. And all of a sudden, it was necessary to come up with another Howdy.
But didn't it also happen that they took Ugly Doody, the original Howdy Doody, the original, and they ran him for president for all children?
Actually, that was how they got around not having a Howdy Doody. Ed Keene, who wrote the show, decided that Howdy would run for president in 1948, president of all American children. And they sent Howdy off on a campaign swing, and while he was gone on his campaign swing, they contracted with a puppet maker named Velma Dawson, who created this Howdy.
And when the new Howdy came back, which is this original Howdy, they said he'd had plastic surgery.
Exactly. He was apparently up against the most handsome man in the world, Mr. X. And so Howdy went off, had some plastic surgery. When he returned to the show, he was actually swathed in bandages. And then they unveiled this Howdy for the kids to see.
But for collectors out there, the campaign buttons for the running for president, didn't it have the image of the original Ugly Doody on it?
Yes, indeed it did.
So get one of those. It's worth a lot of bucks. There is this big kind of myth about the freckles. Let's just talk about that. It was believed that there were 48 freckles on Howdy Doody because
48 states when he was on the air.
But you did some counting this morning.
And yeah, it's a little bit off.
How long is Howdy Doody going to be on display at the DIA?
He will be on display until May 13th, and then we're going to put him into our conservation lab, check him out, make sure he's okay, and we'll look forward to bringing him out again.
Howdy Doody time at the Detroit Institute of Arts. Anne-Marie, thanks so much.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here and celebrate 2 television icons today.
We appreciate it. Thanks very much. And if you'd like to pay a visit to Howdy Doody, you can do so starting tomorrow at the Detroit Institute of Arts. We'll be right back.
Our next show. Goodbye.